Okay, question for you. What is the single biggest reason students fail their DGCA theory exams, even after literally months and months of studying? Is it the massive volume of content, the sheer difficulty, poor study material, or is it something else entirely? I want you to drop your answer in the comments right now. Seriously, right now.
Welcome to this explainer. We're going to dive into the exact, actionable playbook you need to pass all 6 DGCA theory exams on your very first attempt. But hey, let's make a quick deal before we get going. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell right now. And if this explainer gives you even one specific strategy that helps you clear a paper on your first attempt, a paper you might have otherwise failed, you come back here and hit that like button. Deal? All right, let's get into it.
So, back to that question. The definitive reason you're failing after months of studying. It's simple. You're trying to memorize definitions instead of genuinely understanding the working principles. Look, the DGCA exam format is overwhelmingly scenario-based. They give you a highly specific situation, right? And you have to reason your way through it using working principles. You absolutely cannot do that just by recalling definitions from a textbook.
Let me give you a classic example, the ILS DDM, or difference in depth of modulation. If you just memorize and recite that definition verbatim, you're going to instantly fail a scenario question that asks what a pilot should do when a glide slip needle deflects above the center. Reciting the definition gets you nowhere, but understanding the needle's path, that answers everything. If you deeply understand the fundamental principle that the ILS needle always deflects toward the correct path, you don't need to memorize 100 different scenarios. Above center simply means the correct glide path is above the aircraft. Boom. You can instantly reason through any variation they throw at you. Listen, this depth of understanding, not your intelligence, not your raw study hours, is the entire difference between a first attempt pass and a repeat attempt. So before we jump into the 7-strategy playbook to actually build that level of understanding, I want you to drop the name or the number of the DGCA paper you are currently preparing for, or the one you are most worried about, in the comments right now. Go ahead. I will personally address the most mentioned paper first in the comment thread. Okay, let's get into the strategies. Strategy 1, principles before questions. The rule here is incredibly simple. Before you even look at a single exam question, you must understand the working principle so well that you can explain it clearly to someone else without using any notes. If you can't teach it, you simply aren't ready.
Strategy 2, test, don't build.
You have got to stop using past papers to memorize frequent questions. Changing just one word in the exam scenario will cause you to fail if you just memorized it. The correct use of past papers is a strict 5-step process. 1. Attempt the question. 2. Get it wrong. 3. Deeply understand why you got it wrong from first principles. 4. Rebuild your knowledge. And 5. Only then do you reattempt the question. You use past papers to test your understanding, not to build it.
Strategy 3, the attempt order.
Your sequence shouldn't just be random. It needs to be a highly specific order, designed to build momentum and layer your practical flying knowledge logically. Start with paper 2, meteorology, for an intuitive early win. Then move to RTR, because that radio content gets reinforced by your actual flying. Third is paper 3, air regulations. It's structured and manageable. Fourth, hit technical general when your ground school engine and systems knowledge is fresh. Fifth, take technical specific, but only after knowing your aircraft through actual flying. And finally, leave the absolute hardest, most scenario-dependent paper, navigation, for 6th. By then, your understanding will be at its deepest.
Strategy 4, the paper 1 method.
This gives you the exact Captain Aero method to conquer your final hardest exam, navigation. You must learn every single nav aid in a very specific sequence. First, fully grasp the working principle. Second, understand the errors and failure modes. Third, figure out exactly how those errors manifest as exam questions. And fourth, and only fourth, attempt past questions. If you follow this flow, you can literally reason through any variation. Strategy 5, technical general mastery. You need to stop treating technical general as one big paper. It's actually 3 completely separate subjects, and you need to give them equal time. For theory of flight, focus on aerodynamic principles, like why a stall occurs at the critical angle of attack. For aircraft systems, know exactly how each system functions and fails in flight. And for power plants, you need to know both piston and jet engine thermodynamic cycles at depth. Too many students over-index on theory of flight and totally underestimate power plants. Don't make that mistake.
Strategy 6, start technical specific on day 1.
You need to start preparing for technical specific on day 1 of your flying training. Get your aircraft's pilot operating handbook, or POH, immediately. You must read it cover to cover before your very first lesson. Then, reread the system section after every single ground school session. You want to complete at least 3 full readings of that manual, with your actual flying experience reinforcing every single read.
Strategy 7. The final week protocol. Here is your final week protocol. Absolutely zero new reading in the final week before your exam. Seriously, none. Instead, take screenshots of all the relevant Captain Aero cheat sheets from my pinned comments. Spend your last 7 days strictly reviewing those facts, formulas, and known exam traps. You are just consolidating your existing knowledge here. Trying to cram new material right at the end will only mess with your confidence. And finally, we have the airline endgame. You have a 7-year window to clear these papers. That means rushing through your exams unprepared is a frankly disastrous career strategy. Listen, airline selection panels see your attempt history. A student who takes 3 years to score 80% or higher on their first attempt is fundamentally more recruitable than someone who rushes through in 18 months, racks up multiple failures, and barely scrapes by with a 70%. Aim for excellence on that first try. So there you go, a clear, actionable playbook for all 6 papers. Remember our deal from the beginning? If these strategies help you clear your exams on the first attempt, make sure you smash that like button. But before you head out, drop a comment right now and tell me exactly which of these strategies is going to change your study approach the most. Is it understanding before past papers, the attempt order, starting TS on day 1, or maybe the cheat sheet system? Let me know down below. I can't wait to hear from you.